Hello and welcome to What Would She Do? I'm your host, Saran Alman, and today I present the Good News Report. Yes, we all need some positivity in our lives, and here I am. With all the negativity that we see on the news on a daily basis, we're bombarded by tragedy, chaos, mayhem, and enough already, right? We want to get back to a place where we can feel good and happy about a thing, even if it's not for ourselves. So May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm going to give you 3 ways that you can detox, de-stress, and detach. Now, in no way is any of what I'm saying a substitution for professional advice, guidance, or counseling, but there are some things that we can do to help ourselves. Thing 1, detox. Go for a drive to nowhere in particular or nowhere at all. You can just drive for about 30 minutes and come on home. If you need to think, that's a good way to do it. You could take a drive to a place and just sit there. Sometimes I just go to the park and sit. Take a moment to step away from the things that are making you stressed, the things that are making you sad, the things that are creating a negative space in your life. So that's 1. De-stress. Try something new. You know, sometimes we get into a routine and we get stuck in that routine. And especially if it's a stressful routine, we just don't know how to break that cycle. And it gets overwhelming and it gets frustrating, but it doesn't have to be so. Try something new. Take a class, and take a class in something maybe that you don't typically think you're interested in. A lot of times we just stick with what we know, and the beauty and the blessing of new things is you can find something new and different that you're good at, and possibly a new hobby or interest. Detach. Now, I know that many people are plagued by social media depression. Yes, it is a thing. Put your phone down. You know what I've done? Started intermittent fasting. So typically that's done with food. I'm doing that as well. But however, during that same stretch that I'm able to eat, it's only during that time period that I'm able to be on social media. Sometimes, you know, it can be misleading. I have people who feel really sad watching other people live their best lives on social media. And if you take nothing else from this show, take this. Social media is just the trailer to everyone's life. You ever see a trailer for a movie and it looks great, and then you pay your money and watch the movie and it sucks, right? That's all social media is. Nobody is telling you they got evicted, they lost their job, unless they're those people who tell everything about their lives. But typically people only show the good stuff. So don't be fooled, don't be deceived, don't get down, put the phone down, okay? Those are my 3 ways to get you back on track and lift your spirits. Okay, next on the list is robocalls. I know that receiving robocalls is not always a pleasant experience. However, I'm going to give you some good news. There are ways that you can reduce the amount of robocalls that you receive and possibly eliminate them all. So this is a 3 for 3, you guys. I have 3 apps that you can use. Let's show the people. Yes, 3 apps that you can use, and then 3 things that you can do on your own to help reduce and possibly eliminate robocalls. Okay, so now we're going to get into it. What is a robocall? All right, so we've all experienced robocalls, and perhaps some of us may not know what it is by name. So a robocall is this: a pre-recorded automated message. When it's used for legitimate reasons, it comes in the form of sales calls, perhaps for political campaigns, debt collection, or even charitable organizations. For our purposes today, we're talking about scamming, and the scam at hand is called the One Ring phone scam. All right, let me tell you how it works. Your phone rings one time, the caller hangs up. This happens repeatedly to prompt you to call that number back. When and if you do, the person on the other end picks up and you begin to incur toll charges, pretty similar to what would happen if you used a 900 number. Okay, so this is what we're trying to prevent. So you have those 3 apps that you can use to help you identify, flag, and block robocalls. However, the 3 things that you can do to help yourself not fall victim starts here. Thing 1, the easiest on the list to do, and it's not even just my advice. The FCC warns to not call numbers back that you don't know. Easy enough, yes? The other side of that is don't answer calls from numbers you don't know, okay? Second thing that you can do, check with your cell phone carrier to see what in-phone mechanisms are available to you to identify, flag, or block robocalls. And third on the list, I was gonna say for my website, but since you stayed with me and you tuned in for the good news, that's all I got for you is good news. So what you can do is register your phone number on the National Do Not Call Registry. How do you do that? Okay, you visit www.donotcall.gov. Here you can report unwanted phone calls, verify whether you're already registered or not, and if you're not, register your phone number, your mobile or your home phone number for free. Okay, so those are 3 apps that you can use and 3 things that you can do so that you will not fall victim to this particular scam. There are tons of them out there, so be smart and protect yourself always. All right, and you're welcome. We're down to our last bit of good news, but good news is good news all the same, right? Okay, it's regarding the First Step Act. This act was passed on December 18th, 2018. However, I'm just recently becoming aware of this. The First Step Act is the formerly incarcerated, re-entered society, transformed safely, transitioning every person act. This is a step in the right direction towards prison reform and reduce recidivism. So I went to an event. I want to give you a bit of what she said, and we're going to come back and I'll share a little bit more. So Congresswoman Alma Adams, take a look.
Basically, was designed for 2 purposes. First, to provide a comprehensive look at reforming the criminal justice system, and so that we could get law into place. And then it takes some, I might say, modest or baby steps to reform the criminal justice system and reduce a lot of the punitive prison sentences that we see today.
Let me break it down for you. Among the many provisions of this act includes expanse of the compassionate release program for terminally ill inmates, placing inmates closer to their families in some cases, improving feminine hygiene, restrictions on restraints on pregnant women, and it mandates de-escalation training for correctional officers and employees. Now, this is not all inclusive of what this act provides, but this is a list of some things that let you know that we are moving in the right direction towards prison reform. Because that is the good news on What Would She Do? I'm your host, Saran Alman, and I thank you so much for watching. Please visit my website, www.whatwouldshedothishow.com. Follow the show on Twitter and IG at WWSD_the show. Thanks again. And you guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I can make a song. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time on What Would She Do?